Today, I want to share something that can change the way you learn English forever. If you feel tired of slow progress, if you feel stuck, or if you think English is too hard, this video is for you. Stay with me until the end, because I will show you a system that works. It is simple, it is clear, and it is for life. Many people try to learn English only for exams, for school, or for work. They think, I just need English for this test. Or, I only need English for my job interview. But English is more than that. English can give you freedom. It can give you new friends, new jobs, new places to travel, and a new way to see the world. This is not only about one exam or one test. This is about your life. Maybe you tried before. Maybe you studied grammar rules for hours. Maybe you memorized long word lists. Maybe you watched many videos and read many books. But still you feel nervous when you speak. Still, you translate in your head. Still, you cannot speak fast and natural. Do you know why? It is not because you are lazy. It is not because you are weak. And it is not because English is too difficult. The reason is simple. You do not have the right system. Let me tell you the truth. English is not a subject. English is not just information. English is not only grammar or vocabulary. English is a habit. Yes, a habit. It is something you do every day without stress, without fear, without thinking too much. Just like brushing your teeth, just like drinking water, just like walking. When English becomes a habit, it becomes easy. Some people look for hacks. They search for shortcuts. They want to learn English in 1 month. They want to speak fluently in 30 days. But you and I know the truth. That does not work. Hacks do not last. Shortcuts do not last. Memorization without use does not last. You forget. You stop. You give up. But when you build a habit, you never lose it. It becomes part of you. Think about this. When you learned your first language as a child, you did not memorize word lists. You did not read grammar books. You did not translate. You listened. You spoke. You repeated. You practiced every single day. And little by little, words became automatic. That is how fluency is born. And that is how you will learn English now, by building small, daily habits. So if you feel stuck, do not worry. You are not broken. You are not bad at languages. You only need a new way, a better way, a system that works with your life, not against it. A system that helps you grow step by step, every day. In this video, I will show you that system. It will not be boring. It will not be confusing. It will be simple, clear, and powerful. By the end, you will understand exactly what to do every day to become fluent. You will see how small habits turn into big changes. You will feel new hope. You will feel new energy, and you will see that English can be part of your life forever. So, my advice is, do not skip. Do not stop. Watch until the end. Every part of this video connects together. Every part is important. And if you stay with me, you will walk away with a plan, a real plan, that can change everything for you. Let's begin this journey together. Let's move away from hacks, shortcuts, and stress. Let's move into habits, systems, and real fluency. Because English is not something you study once. English is something you live every day. And from today, you will start to live it. The truth about English, habit versus skill. English is not only a skill. English is not something you just learn one time and then keep forever. English is a habit. This is the most important truth. When you understand this, everything will change. Think about the word skill. A skill is something you can learn, like riding a bike, typing on a computer, or playing a game. Yes, English has some parts that are like a skill. You need practice. You need time. But English is not just a skill that you use sometimes. English must be a habit, something you do every day, something that feels natural, something that does not need thinking. Let me explain with your first language. How did you learn it? When you were a child, you did not open a grammar book. You did not study long lists of words. You did not ask your parents, "What is the past perfect tense?" No, you listened, you copied, you repeated. Every day you heard the same words again and again. Every day you spoke little by little. And slowly, without stress, your brain made English, or your own language, automatic. This is why you never forget your first language. It is not because you are special. It is because your first language became a habit. You used it daily. You used it everywhere. You used it without effort. You never sat down and said, "Now I will memorize 100 words." You lived your language. Now think about English. Many learners try to study it like a school subject. They open a book. They memorize rules. They read words again and again. But they do not use it daily. They do not make it a habit. That is why they forget. That is why they feel nervous. That is why, after many years of study, they still cannot speak fluently. Let's use a simple example. Brushing your teeth. Do you remember the last time you forgot to brush your teeth for 1 week? Of course not. Why? Because brushing your teeth is a habit. You do it every morning and every night. You do not need motivation. You do not need someone to remind you. You do not think, "Should I brush today or not?" You just do it. It is automatic. Now imagine if English was like brushing your teeth. Every day you speak a little. Every day you listen a little. Every day you think in English a little. You do not need to push yourself hard. You do not need to force yourself. It becomes part of your life. And because it is part of your life, you never forget it. The problem is this. Many people depend only on motivation. Motivation is like fire. When you feel excited, the fire is big. You study for hours. You watch many videos. You practice a lot. But then one day you feel tired. One day you feel busy. The fire is gone, and you stop. Days pass. Weeks pass. You lose your habit. You lose your progress. Motivation is not enough. What you need is a system. A system means you decide a small action you can do every day, no matter what. You link English with your daily life. For example, you say one sentence in English every morning when you wake up, or you describe what you see when you walk to work, or you think about your day in English before you go to sleep. These are not big tasks, but when you do them every day, they change your brain. They build fluency. Fluency is not about big study once a week. Fluency is not about memorizing difficult grammar. Fluency is not about waiting for perfect motivation. Fluency is about small daily habits. When you practice English every day, even for 10 minutes, it becomes natural. It becomes easy. You do not need to translate. You do not need to think too much. You just speak. But if you do not use English daily, something happens. Your brain forgets. Your mouth feels weak. You hesitate. You feel shy. You want to speak, but the words do not come fast. You feel slow. This is the result of not making English a habit. Without daily use, English will never feel natural. It will always feel heavy, like carrying a big stone. So remember this key point. English is a habit, not a skill. Your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is not to memorize every rule. Your goal is to build habits that stay with you for life. Think about your morning routine. Think about how you brush your teeth. Think about how you drink water. These things are easy because they are habits. English can feel the same way. When you change your mindset from study to habit, everything becomes easier. You stop asking, "Do I have time?" You stop asking, "Do I feel motivated?" You stop waiting for the perfect day. You just do it. One sentence, one thought, one small step. Every day. This is how fluency grows. Let me give you one more picture. Imagine a tree. If you water the tree every day, it grows strong. Its roots go deep. It becomes part of the land. But if you water the tree only once a month, what happens? It becomes weak. It may even die. English is the same. Daily water is daily habit. Without it, there is no growth. So, from today, change how you see English. Do not see it as a test. Do not see it as a subject. Do not see it as a mountain you cannot climb. See it as a habit, a simple, daily action, something that grows naturally, something that becomes automatic. If you do this, you will never stop. You will never give up, and you will never feel lost again. English will live inside you, just like your first language. It will not be hard. It will not be scary. It will be natural, automatic, and part of your life. The silent killer, translation in your head. Now let us talk about one of the biggest problems in learning English. It is the silent killer. It is something almost every learner does. Maybe you do it too. I am talking about translation in your head. What does this mean? It means when you want to speak English, you first think in your own language. Then you try to change the words into English. Then you check if the grammar is correct. And only after all this you finally say the sentence. Sounds simple, right? But here is the truth. This process is very slow. Your brain works like a traffic jam. First car, second car, third car, all waiting. You want to say something fast, but your words get stuck. You feel nervous. You feel stress. And you lose confidence. This is why translating in your head is the biggest obstacle to fluency, because fluency is speed. Fluency means you speak without stopping, without fear, without delay. But when you translate, you always stop. You always think too much, and you always feel behind. Let's compare with children. When children learn their first language, do they translate? No. A child does not think. The word for this is apple in my language. Now I will translate it into English. No. A child sees the apple. A child hears the word apple. And in their brain, apple connects directly to the object. No translation. Just a direct link between word and meaning. That is the secret. Children learn naturally because they connect words directly with ideas, not with other languages. But adults do the opposite. Adults connect words to their first language. Adults want safety. Adults want rules. Adults want control. So adults translate. And that is why adults are slow. Think about what happens when you try to speak. Imagine you are at a cafe. You want to order a coffee. In your mind, you think in your first language, "I want one coffee, please." Then you change it into English. "I want one coffee, please." But during this time, your brain is working. Your heart is beating fast. You are afraid of mistakes, and you speak too late. Now imagine if you think directly in English. You see the coffee. You think coffee. You think I want coffee. You say it. Fast, simple, natural, no traffic jam, no fear, just fluency. This is the difference. Translation makes you slow. Thinking in English makes you fast. Translation makes you nervous. Thinking in English makes you confident. Translation keeps you stuck. Thinking in English moves you forward. So how can you stop translating? The answer is, practice thinking in English every day. You cannot wait for the perfect day. You cannot wait for motivation. You must practice daily, even in small steps. Here are some simple exercises you can try. Exercise 1. Describe what you see. Look around your room. Say in English, "This is a chair. That is my phone. The window is open. I see the sky." Do not translate. Just look and speak. Simple words are enough. Exercise 2. Describe what you do. When you wash your hands, say in English, "I am washing my hands." When you make tea, say, "I am making tea." When you walk outside, say, "I am walking outside." These small sentences build a new habit in your brain. Exercise 3. Describe your feelings. Ask yourself in English, "How do I feel?" Say, "I am happy. I am tired. I am excited." Again, no translation. Just speak directly in English. Exercise 4. Describe your day. At night, before bed, think in English about what you did today. Say, "I woke up. I went to work. I ate lunch with my friend. I came home." Simple, clear, easy sentences. If you do these exercises every day, your brain will start to change. At first, it feels hard. At first, you want to translate. But after some time, English will start to feel natural. You will not need your first language. You will not feel stuck. Remember this: translation is a habit. But thinking in English can also become a habit. And the stronger habit always wins. If you translate every day, you will always translate. But if you think in English every day, you will stop translating. I know many learners feel afraid. They think, "If I stop translating, I will make mistakes." Yes, you will make mistakes. That is normal. That is part of learning. Children also make mistakes, but they keep speaking. And that is why they grow fast. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are practice. If you keep waiting for perfect grammar before you speak, you will never speak. If you keep waiting for perfect vocabulary, you will never speak. You must speak now. You must think in English now. Even if it is not perfect, it is progress. Let me give you an image. Imagine you are learning to swim. If you stand outside the water and read about swimming, will you learn? No. If you stand outside the water and translate every movement in your head, will you swim? No. The only way to learn is to jump in, to move, to try, to fail, to try again. That is how swimming becomes natural. And that is how English becomes natural. Translation is like standing outside the water. You never feel free. You never feel ready. You never move. Thinking in English is like jumping in. It is scary at first. But then you learn. Then you grow. Then you swim. So here's the truth. The biggest wall between you and fluency is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is not accent. The biggest wall is translation in your head. Break this wall. Stop translating. Start thinking in English. Do it every day. Describe your room. Describe your actions. Describe your feelings. Describe your day. Do not wait for big changes. Start small. One word, one sentence, one thought. Every day, step by step, you will see a new world. You will feel faster. You will feel stronger. You will feel free. And one day, you will notice something amazing. You will speak English without thinking in your first language. You will speak English directly. That is fluency. So remember, translation is the silent killer. Do not let it stop you. Think in English. Live in English. And make English part of your daily life. Daily English systems. Fluency does not come from watching one big video. It does not come from reading one long book. It does not come from learning 100 new words in a day. Fluency comes from something smaller. Fluency comes from systems. A system is a plan that repeats every day. It does not depend on your mood. It does not depend on your energy. It works even when you feel tired. A system makes learning automatic. Many people think, I need more motivation. They wait for the perfect moment to study, but motivation is like the weather. Some days it is sunny, some days it rains. You cannot control it. If you wait for motivation, you will stop learning. You will skip days. You will forget. But a system is different. A system does not wait. A system works like a machine. You turn it on, and it runs. This is the secret of fluency. Systems, not motivation, make you fluent. There is a simple model for habits. It is called the habit loop. The habit loop has 3 parts: cue, routine, reward. A cue is a signal. It tells your brain, do this now. A routine is the action you do. A reward is the good feeling after. Together, they create a habit. If you repeat the loop many times, the habit becomes strong. It becomes automatic. Let's look at each part. A cue can be anything. It can be waking up in the morning. It can be making tea or coffee. It can be checking your phone. These are things you already do every day. If you connect English with them, English becomes part of your life. For example, when you brush your teeth, you can say one English sentence, I am brushing my teeth. The cue is brushing your teeth. The routine is speaking. The reward is a small smile. You feel progress. A routine is the action you choose. It can be small. It can be simple. The important part is that you repeat it daily. For example, in the morning, when you wake up, you can say one sentence about your day. Today is Monday. Or I feel good. This is enough. You do not need a long lesson, just one small action. Over time, this becomes natural. A reward is the last step. The reward is what keeps the habit alive. When you finish your English routine, take a moment. Smile. Say, good job. Feel proud. This small feeling is important. It tells your brain, I want to do this again. Later, the reward becomes fluency itself. You will see progress. You will understand more. That is the big reward. But in the beginning, celebrate every small win. Now, let's create a full-day English habit system. This is a blueprint you can follow. Morning system. When you wake up, start with English. Say one sentence about your feelings. I feel sleepy, or I feel happy. When you make tea or coffee, describe what you are doing. I am boiling water. I am pouring milk. After brushing your teeth, look in the mirror. Say one positive sentence. I will learn today. This is mirror practice. It gives you confidence. These are small, simple actions, but they create a powerful start. Work or school system. During the day, connect English to your activities. When you check your phone, describe it. I am checking messages. When you open your computer, say, I am starting work. When you eat lunch, think in English. This soup is hot. Or, I like this taste. Narrate your day. Do not translate. Just use simple English words. Even if you speak only to yourself, it builds fluency. Evening system. At the end of the day, do a short review. Sit quietly. Think of 3 things you did today. Say them in English. I worked hard. I spoke to a friend. I ate pasta. This reflection is powerful. It closes the day with English. It gives you a feeling of success. Then, give yourself a reward. Maybe listen to your favorite English song. Maybe watch a short video. End with something fun. The system is not about perfection. It is about repetition. If you miss one day, do not feel guilty. Just continue the next day. The power of systems is in the long run. One small action repeated every day is stronger than one big action done once. Fluency is built drop by drop, not all at once. Remember the key idea. Systems, not motivation, create fluency. The habit loop is simple. Cue, routine, reward. Use your daily life as cues. Add small routines in English. Celebrate small wins as rewards. Morning, day, evening. Make English part of your life. Soon it will feel natural. It will feel automatic, like brushing your teeth. You do not think about it. You just do it. This is the secret blueprint for fluency. Not a secret method, not a quick hack, a system, a daily habit system. If you follow this, you will not ask, how do I stay motivated? You will not worry, what if I forget? Because English will live inside your day. It will be automatic. It will be part of who you are. That is true fluency. Mouth training, shadowing, mirroring, repeating. Many learners think the problem is grammar. Many learners think the problem is vocabulary. But often, the real problem is the mouth. The brain knows the words. The brain remembers the rules. But the mouth cannot move fast enough. The mouth is slow. The mouth feels heavy. The mouth does not have training. That is why you feel blocked. That is why you hesitate. The problem is not memory. The problem is not intelligence. The problem is training. Think about music. A beginner pianist knows the notes. They know the song. But their fingers are slow. They cannot move smoothly. It is not the brain. It is the fingers. They need practice. The same is true for English. Your mouth is like the fingers on the piano. You must train it. You must repeat. You must practice sound, rhythm, and movement. Then it becomes natural. Fluency is not only in the head, fluency is in the body. When you train your mouth, English becomes smooth. You stop thinking about each word. You just speak, like singing, like dancing. It feels free. This is the secret. Fluency is physical. One powerful way to train your mouth is shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to a speaker and repeat immediately. You copy the sound, the tone, and the rhythm. You do not wait for the end. You try to speak at the same time or almost the same time. It feels strange at first. It feels fast. But it is strong training. It forces your mouth to move quickly. For example, if the speaker says, "Good morning, how are you?" You also say, "Good morning, how are you?" At the same time, you copy the rhythm and the emotion. You copy the music of the words. The benefit of shadowing is speed. Your mouth learns to move fast. Your tongue, lips, and jaw get exercise. You also learn the natural rhythm of English. English has a special music. Shadowing gives you this music. At the start, it feels difficult. You may miss words. Do not worry. The goal is not perfection. The goal is training. Like running, at first you get tired. But every day, you get stronger. After some weeks, you feel the change. Your mouth becomes faster. Your speech becomes smoother. Another way to train your mouth is mirroring. Mirroring is like shadowing, but with more. You do not only copy the words, you copy the energy, the expression, and the feeling. You copy the speaker's face and body. You copy their confidence. Imagine you watch an actor in a movie. They smile, they laugh, they use a strong voice. You copy them. You look in the mirror and try to be like them. You are not only saying words, you are becoming the speaker. This is useful because speaking is not only sound, speaking is also emotion, speaking is also body. If you speak with no energy, your English feels weak, but if you speak with a smile, your English feels alive. Mirroring trains this skill. You can watch a short scene from a movie. When the actor is excited, be excited too. When the actor is serious, be serious too. Use your eyes, use your hands, use your voice. At first it feels funny, but it gives you power, it gives you confidence. When you mirror, you are learning how to be natural. You are learning how to connect with people, not only how to say words. This is important, because real fluency is not only grammar, real fluency is connection. The third way to train your mouth is repeating. Repeating is very simple. You listen to a phrase. You say it many times. You repeat it again and again. This builds muscle memory. Your mouth learns the movement. After enough practice, you can say it without thinking. For example, listen to the phrase, "Nice to meet you." Say it 10 times. Say it 20 times. Do not stop after one time. Repetition is the key. Your mouth becomes comfortable. The phrase becomes automatic. You can do this with many simple sentences. How are you? I don't know. Can you help me? Each phrase is small, but when repeated, it becomes natural. Later, when you need it, it comes out fast. No thinking, no translation. Repeating is like lifting weights in the gym. Each time you lift, your muscles grow. Each time you repeat, your mouth grows strong. Over time, your speech feels easy. Shadowing gives you rhythm and speed. Mirroring gives you confidence and expression. Repeating gives you automatic sentences. Together, they create fluency. Athletes train their body every day. They run, they stretch, they lift weights. In the same way, you must train your mouth. Not once, not twice, but daily. The purpose is simple. Make speaking automatic, natural, and confident. When you shadow, mirror, and repeat, you do not only learn English, you live English. Your mouth remembers. Your body remembers. Soon, you stop worrying about grammar rules. You stop translating in your head. You just speak. Your words flow. People understand you. You feel free. This is why mouth training is more important than grammar. Many learners spend years studying grammar books. They can write, they can read, but when they speak, they freeze. Why? Because their mouth has no training. Their mouth is not ready. Grammar is knowledge. But fluency is action. You cannot become fluent by thinking. You must practice speaking. You must train your mouth. Fluency is like sport. Reading about football does not make you a player. Only practice makes you a player. In the same way, only mouth training makes you fluent. You can follow a simple practice plan. In the morning, spend 5 minutes shadowing a short audio clip. Copy the sound and copy the rhythm. In the afternoon, spend 5 minutes mirroring a video scene. Copy the body and copy the feeling. In the evening, spend 5 minutes repeating 3 phrases many times. Build muscle memory. That is only 15 minutes a day. Small steps. But if you repeat this every day, your mouth changes. Your speech changes. Your life changes. Fluency is not about memorizing 1,000 rules. Fluency is about training your mouth every day. Shadowing, mirroring, and repeating are simple, but they are powerful. They make English automatic. They make English natural. They make English confident. The problem is not your brain. The problem is not your memory. The problem is training. Train your mouth and fluency will come. 21-day habit calendar. The most important rule of fluency is not talent. The most important rule is not knowledge. The most important rule is consistency. If you study one day for 3 hours but then stop for 1 week, you do not grow. If you study 10 minutes every day for 21 days, you grow. Fluency comes from daily action, small steps, repeated steps. This is the truth. Consistency is more powerful than knowledge. That is why we will use a 21-day system. 21 days is long enough to create a habit. It is short enough to feel possible. In 21 days, your brain starts to accept English as part of daily life. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop thinking, should I practice today? You just do it, like brushing teeth, like eating breakfast. It becomes automatic. This is the power of a 21-day habit calendar. Each day has a main task and a bonus task. The main task is simple. It takes only 10 to 15 minutes. You do not need a partner. You do not need a teacher. You only need yourself. The bonus task is optional. If you have extra time, you do it. If not, just focus on the main task. The system works even with only the main task. Day 1 is the beginning. The main task is to speak 1 sentence after waking up. The moment you open your eyes, say 1 sentence in English. Good morning, or today will be a good day, or I feel sleepy. The sentence can be short. The important part is to start. The bonus task is to write down 1 English word that describes your morning. Day 2 is about describing actions. The main task is to say short sentences during the day about what you are doing. I am washing my hands. I am drinking water. I am opening the door. Do not translate, just describe. The bonus task is to write 3 of those sentences on paper at the end of the day. Day 3 is about mirroring. The main task is to watch a short video and copy the speaker's face, voice, and energy. Do this for 5 minutes. The bonus task is to look in the mirror and say 1 positive sentence about yourself. For example, I can learn. Day 4 is about shadowing. The main task is to listen to 1 short audio and speak at the same time as the speaker. Do not wait. Copy the rhythm, copy the sound. The bonus task is to repeat 1 line 5 times after the audio ends. Day 5 is repeating. The main task is to choose 1 useful phrase, such as, how are you? Or, can you help me? Say it 10 times. The bonus task is to record yourself and listen. Day 6 is connection. The main task is to think of 3 things you see and name them in English. Tree, car, bag. The bonus task is to say 1 sentence about each. Day 7 is reflection. The main task is to review the week. Say 3 things you did in English during the last 7 days. The bonus task is to tell yourself in English, I did it. Day 8 starts with morning action. The main task is to describe your breakfast in English. I eat bread. I drink tea. The bonus task is to take one photo of your food and write one English word about it. Day 9 is energy. The main task is to shadow one happy video, smile and copy the energy. The bonus task is to add one hand movement while you speak. Day 10 is building memory. The main task is to repeat 3 short phrases. For example, I don't know. I like this. That is good. Say each 10 times. The bonus task is to use one of these phrases during the day. Day 11 is observation. The main task is to describe 3 people you see. She is tall. He is running. She is smiling. The bonus task is to write one of those sentences in a notebook. Day 12 is practice with yourself. The main task is to talk for 1 minute in English about your day. Do not stop. Do not worry about mistakes. Just speak. The bonus task is to record and listen. Day 13 is rhythm. The main task is to shadow one English song for 2 minutes. Do not sing perfectly. Just copy the rhythm and sound. The bonus task is to clap with the beat while speaking. Day 14 is review. The main task is to say 5 sentences you learned in the last week. The bonus task is to repeat your favorite sentence 10 times. Day 15 is description. The main task is to look at your room and describe 3 things. The bed is big. The wall is white. The window is open. The bonus task is to write them. Day 16 is emotion. The main task is to say how you feel 3 times in the day. I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel hungry. The bonus task is to add one reason. I feel happy because I am learning. Day 17 is action. The main task is to mirror a speaker with strong energy for 5 minutes. Copy their body and voice. The bonus task is to add one of your own sentences with the same energy. Day 18 is shadowing again. The main task is to shadow one short story. Do not stop. Follow the speaker. The bonus task is to repeat one line with strong voice. Day 19 is repeating again. The main task is to choose 5 phrases and say each 5 times. The bonus task is to use one in your own sentence. Day 20 is building flow. The main task is to speak 2 minutes about your day without stopping. Do not worry about mistakes. Just flow. The bonus task is to add one new word. Day 21 is celebration. The main task is to look back at the last 21 days and say, I did it. Say 3 sentences in English about your progress. I speak more. I feel confident. I can do this. The bonus task is to reward yourself. Listen to your favorite song or watch your favorite video in English. This is the 21-day habit calendar. Each task is short. Each task is simple. 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. No partner is needed. No special tools are needed. You only need your voice and your will. The secret is not perfection. The secret is not talent. The secret is daily action. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will not want to practice. Remember, that is normal. Do not stop. Even if you do only one sentence, you are still building the habit. The habit is more important than the result. If you finish 21 days, you will not only feel stronger in English, you will also have a system you can use for life. Consistency is the real power. Fluency does not come from one big lesson. Fluency comes from many small lessons. Knowledge is good, but consistency is better. If you follow the 21-day calendar, you will see English become part of your day. You will not fight with yourself. You will not wait for motivation. You will just do it. And when that happens, fluency becomes natural. Fluency becomes automatic. Welcome back. Now it is time for the final truth. If you do not build a habit, you stay a beginner. No matter how many books you read, no matter how many courses you take, without daily practice, without a system, fluency will not come. This is hard to hear, but it is true. Many learners spend years studying and still feel stuck. Why? Because they rely on motivation. They wait for the right moment. They hope for inspiration. That is not enough. You need action. You need habit. You need a system. Think about your own English journey. Ask yourself, why am I still stuck? Have I practiced every day? Have I built a routine? Have I used English as part of my life, not just a subject in school? Many people feel guilty when they realize the answer. That is okay. Guilt is not the point. Awareness is. Awareness is the first step to change. You have the power to take responsibility. You are not a victim of your circumstances. No one can do it for you. Fluency comes from showing up every day. Fluency comes from small, repeated actions. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, every single day. Repetition beats talent. Consistency beats short bursts of effort. Imagine life without fluency. You travel abroad and cannot order food. You meet new people and cannot join the conversation. You see opportunities, but your English stops you. You feel frustrated. You feel left behind. Now imagine life with fluency. You speak naturally. You think in English. You share your ideas with confidence. You meet people easily. You access information without waiting for translations. You grow in your career. You enjoy learning, travel, and new experiences. Life feels bigger, freer, and more exciting. That is the power of daily habit. That is the reward of a system. The truth is simple. You can have that life, but only if you take action today. Only if you build your own system. Start small. Start with 10 minutes. Use the 21-day habit calendar. Speak one sentence when you wake up. Shadow, mirror, repeat. Make English part of your day. Show up for yourself. Show up consistently. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Do not wait for the perfect lesson. Perfect lessons do not exist. The system exists. The steps exist. You only need to follow them. Every small action counts. Every day counts. Every sentence counts. Remember this affirmation. English is something I live every day in every way. Say it. Believe it. Let it guide your actions. Your fluency is not far away. It is waiting for you, but only if you act. Only if you create habit. Only if you show up. Now is the time. Subscribe to this channel. Comment below with your commitment. Share this video with someone who wants to improve. Start building your system today. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Begin your journey to daily English. Begin your journey to fluency. You have everything you need. Your voice, your time, your effort, that is all it takes. English is not a skill you turn on sometimes. English is a habit you live every day. Follow the system. Trust the process. Show up. Speak. Repeat. Shadow. Mirror. Reflect. Every action adds up. Every day counts. In 21 days, you will feel change. In 42 days, it will feel natural. In 90 days, English will be part of your life. Start today. Speak one sentence. Take one step. Build your habit. Build your system. Live English every day. This is the final truth. Fluency belongs to those who act. Fluency belongs to those who show up. Fluency belongs to you.